What's up, Power Pod listeners? We're back, and we are live. We're bringing it to you. It's Dougie Fresh and Chazé. We're hitting them mows of the week. We're bringing some pro tips in, slipping in some pro tips from the real estate world and the accounting world.
Yes, sir.
His name gets butchered around here. This guy right here. So we talk about people who get their last names butchered up. It happens. We talk about how we enjoy Sonic, the pros and cons of Sonic, and best of all, we pump out them workplace shenanigans. Pow. So get them headphones on. We'll see you next time on EP3 right here for the Power Move Podcast. Deuces!
Deuces!
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we are live
from
from the Shag Carpet Shack here in Columbia, Tennessee. What's up, everybody? We got Chase Blanchard.
We got Doug Lukonen, and this is the Power Move Podcast.
Welcome to the podcast, Power Movers. It's Dougie. Let's get you powered up on the
Power Move Podcast.
We're going to kick it off with the one and only, the section that everybody loves. It's the Mows of the Week.
Tell them Dougie Fresh.
So here we are, Song of the Week. Last week, we pumped out the Star Spangled Banner.
America.
What did you pump out, Chase, last week?
What I pumped
Give it
out
to
last week is
It was
Not
Jason
Every Man
Aldean
Lives.
one. Yeah.
Every Man Dies. Not Every Man Lives by Jason Aldean. Not Every Man Lives by Jason Aldean.
Boom. So live your life to the fullest right there.
Boom.
So week one, we went dual threat. We both went with Kickstart My Heart.
Wow.
So now,
Love it.
episode 3. It's time.
Come on, Captain Douglas.
The Song of the Week. Chase, what was your Song of the Week?
Woo! I like that turn of events. I really thought you were going first.
I shook it up. I was just getting everybody riled
So,
up.
my Song of the Week relates to Nash Vegas. Relates
Music
to
City.
the Music City. Our in-home competitors. The Nashville Predators. Woo! And when they score a goal, what's that song you hear?
I like it.
I love it. I want some more of it. That's my Song of the Week.
Don't know what it is.
I like it. I love it by Tim McGraw himself.
I like it.
The sex appeal, the black hat.
More of it.
Hey, I love it.
Boom.
I like it. I love it by Tim McGraw, and I tell you why. Because of the Nashville Predators. So that's the Song of the Week for me because it relates to our in-house crew, the Nashville Predators.
Love the Preds.
But you know, there's a reason that song gets played anytime a goal gets scored. It's because we like it, we love it, and we want some more of it. So that's what this podcast is about: is positivity and motivation. And you know what comes along with being positive? Being happy.
Yeah.
So find that thing this week. You know what? And I don't even care if it's eating a Twinkie right before bed. If it's something you like and you love, you know what? Do more of it. Because that's what we want. We want more of it. If you enjoy a nice hot bath before bed or when you get home from work,
Lord knows I
do more of it.
Yeah.
Because look, man, you know what? We're not guaranteed tomorrow, Captain Dougie.
No.
We're not guaranteed tomorrow. So whatever makes you happy day in and day out, don't skip out on your personal happiness. Achieve goals, perform at a high level at work, perform at a high level in your relationship, perform at a high level in your spiritual life.
Preach,
but you know what?
Brother Blanchard.
But you know what, man? Whatever makes you happy, if you like it and you love it, what the hell, man? Do more of it, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go.
That's good.
So that's my song of the week. I like it. I love it by
Strong.
Tim McGraw.
Power move.
So Dougie, Tell me what's your
I like
song
that.
of the week.
That's a good move right there with the I like it, I love it. It's a good song.
It
good
is.
artist.
Fantastic.
To add on to it, we are about positivity. You pull off a power move last week. You got that done. We like it. We love it. We want to see more of it. So there it is.
We always want to see more power moves, baby.
So my song, I love Rocky movies. If anybody hasn't listened to the podcast, I'm a big avid, Rocky fan. Mm-hmm. He's going against the Russian Ivan Drago in the fourth movie.
Drink more vodka.
Yeah. And so there's a lot of Survivor songs in it. In Rocky 3, he goes against Mr. T. Mm-hmm. Survivor song in there. Eye of the Tiger, baby. That is my song of the week. Eye of the Tiger. Wrestling practice. Forest High School. Freshman year. Getting my butt kicked by seniors. The only thing that motivated me to get my butt kicked in
bum, bum, bum. I'm going to kind of do it in the background.
That's
keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
Day in, day in, day out. Getting stomped. We had Eye of the Tiger on repeat. And I was jacked and ready to go, even though I knew that I was about to learn something that day.
Attaboy.
But you know what? In your jobs, in your relationship, when you've got goals, you get that Eye of the Tiger, and nothing can beat you. You put in that work ethic. You say, today's not the day in which I'm going to be stopped. Get the Eye of the Tiger, drive north, drive through your enemy, and go for it. Go for your goals with the Eye of the Tiger.
Gosh, I love it. This is an all-time performance of Song of the Week.
It's pretty good.
I love it. The Eye of the Tiger. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah.
Come on, do it, man. Bum, bum, bum. I love it, man. I love it. So that's
back on the street.
Ooh. They're not ready for that. They're going to tune in again
strong.
for that.
Yeah.
So Eye of the Tiger by you. And I Like It, I Love It by Tim McGraw by me. Because we just want more of it, right? We want more episodes of the Power Move Podcast. That's what we want more of, right? So that's a song of the week. So what's our power move of the week? What's your power move of the week, bro?
So, this is something I've dealt with really since high school as trying to get better at. Mm-hmm. Is sometimes you get some criticism from somebody that's really close to you. Or just any criticism at all. And
constructive, right? Constructive criticism.
Hopefully. Yeah. But if you get criticism either way, you have to take it a certain way. So my power move of the week going forward is to take other people's criticism better in a more positive way as an opportunity to improve, rather than, oh man, I haven't been doing this right, or oh man, I don't even think that what they're telling me is correct. I think I'm right and they're wrong.
Ooh, that's a toxic mindset.
Yeah, it is. And and the thing is you may be right. That you could possibly be right, but I want to take criticism better. Okay. I want to evaluate it and take what I can from it to improve myself. As an opportunity. Criticism is an opportunity to improve yourself. So rather than being in a certain mood about criticism, I want to take what I can from it. Don't get angry about it, and don't be angry towards that person
that gave you it.
Yeah, but that gave you it. But take it in. Take what you think is worth something, apply it to your life, and move forward. So, I love it. So that's what I want to do.
That's your power move of the week.
Yep, I want to take criticism better and just treat every shortfall and everything that I'm told that could be improved as an opportunity. Mm-hmm. So, how about yours, Chase?
I love it, man.
What's your power move you're going to try to make happen this week?
I love it. So, just to harp on that, I freaking love that, man, and I know you're going to crush it this week. I just know you are. And
thank you, sir.
One of the quotes that I've seen around the internet, you traveling around, that I don't know who come up with it, but to kind of harp on that, I seen the quote. Check this out. There are no problems, only solutions. So that relates to your power move of the week of taking criticism. Think about that next time you take criticism or hear a criticism. There's no problems, only solutions.
I relate right to that.
There you go.
When I did an internship, I was in a management internship with Kohl's, and my manager there, her biggest thing that she preached to our staff was, oh, there's a problem. Oh, there's an issue. No, there's not a problem. There's not an issue. There's an opportunity.
There's only solutions.
And so you turn your weakness into a strength.
Boom.
You turn your somewhere where, oh man, customers don't get this right now. Oh, right. How can we solve that? Discovering those is improving the whole process.
Absolutely.
So yeah, opportunities and solutions.
Love it.
Rather than problems and negativity.
Absolutely. So
hopefully that turns y'all's days around.
Boom. There you go.
Think of it as an opportunity to improve. So.
Absolutely. Love it. So my power move of the week is a special one to me. And I know it might throw you off a little bit, Dougie.
Wow.
But my power move of the week is before I lay my head down. It's a spiritual power move, and I want to say a prayer before I lay down every single night.
I think that's an awesome
power. I want to rekindle and rejuvenate myself with what I truly believe in. Like you said, everybody is 1,000,000% entitled to their own opinion about religion, and that's perfectly fine to any and everybody that's listening. Your own religion is your own power move. But I have mine, and I am, a Christian follower, and I've slacked a little bit, and in my own individuality with my religion. And my power move of the week for the next week is to ensure that I reconnect with that and say a prayer before bed every single night.
That's awesome.
I'm excited for it.
So we'll try to hold each other accountable.
Absolutely.
We'll recap, and then we'll provide you with a brand spanking new power move of the week.
Love it, man. I love it. So let's do it, man. So let's talk about something that we obviously can do day in and day out, and that's provide advice and help through our profession. Mm-hmm. Everybody has their niche, I guess you could say, and what they specialize in, and they can give value to anybody and everybody, to us, and we can give value to them. So, Doug, in your profession, what is a piece of value or opportunity? What we were just talking about. What's a piece of information, a piece of value, piece of opportunity that you can give our listeners today through your profession?
Right, and so I'm in accounting. That's the main thing I do. Accounting. I do dabble in finance. I know enough to be dangerous. Don't ask me any investment advice, but mainly accounting. So, income taxes, they come around once a year, but you're doing your books all year round. Something that everybody tries to claim if they're self-employed or if they've been using their vehicle for business purposes is mileage. They want to claim mileage, and they want to track their mileage on their vehicle. But the difference in that is you have to track your personal mileage that is just for you versus your business mileage. So something that I've been helping prior clients with, and also just in general, is somebody that wants to track their mileage is an app to do that. We live in unique times in which we can go ahead and use this as an advantage. Previously, you've got people that have a giant notebook and they write down every time, okay, I left from my house and I went here to meet this client, or I left from here to there and went to meet this person, or I just went and met my wife over here and this is personal.
Right.
Make that stuff easy. The app will pay for itself. An app I use for myself and I have recommended to others is Mile IQ. It's $5.99 a month. It will earn its weight in how much it costs. It's a swipe left, swipe right method, just like Tinder. If you're pumping out that Tinder,
for you dirty fools out there,
shout out to anybody using Tinder. But I'm just letting you know that you swipe left, swipe right, and you can classify those personal and business mileage. And you can also just have it track your location, so it keeps track of every single drive. And you just need to keep up with it and swipe left, swipe right, track your mileage. at the end of the year. It can print out a report monthly or by drive or by the entire year. So it's worth its weight in gold, and you know that you're not lying when you turn in that mileage because it's tracking every step of the way. Also, for people that are filing their income taxes, it is there's a misconception out there. People think, oh, well, I need to do cost, or well, I need to file with mileage on this vehicle. The one that people kind of miss out on is if you file with cost on a particular vehicle in the first year that you're claiming mileage, then you're stuck with cost for the rest of that vehicle's life, and you can't change over to mileage. So what you need to do on that very first year you're claiming mileage or cost is you need to compare your cost, which is your oil, your if you patch a tire, you get new tires, your cost of maintenance to the amount of business miles you drove and how much money that earns you. And if mileage is better, go mileage. And if cost is better, go cost. But just know that if you pick mileage, you can take a look every year and have an opportunity to go cost that year. But know that when you go cost, you never go back. You're stuck on cost. So the last time I reviewed this mileage claim standard on the IRS website is cost, versus mileage, and you stay stuck with that for the life of the vehicle. So
love it.
That's my professional tidbit of the week, for our self-employed and business owners and people that use their vehicle on a day-to-day basis for business.
Yep.
So Chase, first of all, want to let everybody know, sponsored by Blanchard Home Sales. If you're looking commercial, you're looking residential, my boy Chase Blanchard right here on the show can represent you well and proudly and do his due diligence. But he's going to give you his professional background tip of the week. Here.
I appreciate it. And to just kind of segue off of that, like you said, I'm self-employed, and Mile IQ can definitely attest to that. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. So simple. And being self-employed like I am, keeping track of miles is, like you said, can be a pain in the butt sometimes. And a simple method like that, I mean, it's what they call dummy proof. I mean, it really is. It's so very simple. He's right. You definitely have to weigh your options and talk to your local accountant, to see what's going to be best for you. So
laws change
great
as well.
Stuff. Great
laws
stuff, man.
Laws change yearly, so you just make sure to check with your tax preparer.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like you said, I'm a local real estate agent here in the area with Keller Williams, sponsor of this podcast, Blanchard Home Sales. Would love to represent any and all local people around in the area. Would love to represent you at a high level and do my best due diligence and, represent you in a high level. So my tidbit of information is buyer representation. So when you are looking to buy a home, it's a simple misconception is that you have to pay me, or like a lawyer. I know a lot of people hear a lawyer can be expensive even if you just talk to them, right? A simple consultation. Buyer representation from a real estate agent is completely free to the buyer. Zero.
Boom.
Not a penny, not a dime. It costs nothing to have me represent you in the purchase of your home, because I get paid by the seller on the commission aspect of it. So if you're looking to buy and you're worried about what the cost may be of just getting the home, contact a local realtor. Whether it be, you're here in, Middle Tennessee, love to be your person there. Anywhere you may be listening, contact your local realtor, because there's a lot of aspects and laws, local and state level and national level laws that go into place when it comes to buying property that you just want to make sure you have, all your T's crossed and your I's dotted, that you want to ensure that not only you're obtaining the property that you desire, but it's recorded in the right way and you're getting everything that is advertised to you. There's nothing worse than, looking at a house that has 20 acres and then, the day of, you go to sign the papers and they're like, oh, congratulations on your home. And, and 10 acres, and it's like, whoa.
Hold up.
You know, so you want to ensure that you have proper representation when it comes to purchasing any type of real estate. And on a buyer representation level, it's completely free. Most of the time. I'm not going to say there's an impossible, scenario,
Situation,
but 99.9% of the time, buyer representation is completely on the seller.
Like Lysol, 99.99 right there.
That's it.
On that bacteria killing.
That's it.
But, you can't predict the future. Like, we're going to go back to the Shag Carpet Shack. We can't, estimate that this guitar is going to fall off the wall tomorrow. It could.
It could.
But, we're 99.99% sure that Uncle Doug hung it up there, right?
Right.
And she's going to stay there a long time.
Right, exactly. So, speaking of 99.9% of the time, maybe not even for myself, but even, I would say I feel like 99.9% of the time, when you go out to a public place and you put down your name in a restaurant and they call your table up, I feel like 99.9% of the time, do they ever butcher your last name?
My last name's been butchered my whole life.
Really?
And you know what? It's a tough last name. I don't blame people for it.
It doesn't make you angry.
No. I pretty much gave up on that.
You should. Well, like you said, there's a lot more important things to worry about.
Yeah.
So for one, tell us the correct pronunciation.
Yeah.
And then tell us some of your experiences with that.
So my last name is Lukonen.
Lukonen.
Lukonen. So that's Lima, Umbrella, Kite, Oscar, Nancy, Egg, Nancy. So there you go. If you're looking
Code
for
names.
that, but it's Lukonen, but there's an E in it. So English language says, you need to make that O the long O. So Lukonen, I've gotten Lukonen a million times. I've gotten just Luke before, like somebody just gave up right at the K.
That's just pure laziness.
Yeah, I've gotten Lukomen with an M. I've gotten many different things, but yeah, it's a tough last name. It's Finnish descent. My great grandfather came over from Finland at the age of 3.
Sweet.
Shout out to Aid.
Attaboy.
Rest in peace. Rest in power. Rest in power moves.
That's awesome.
And
that's awesome.
He was, he came over, and what people did when they came to Ellis Island is people had last names, and it was like, oh, well, that's a freaking nightmare. Let's chop it up a little bit. So actually in Finnish language, there's actually more vowels present. There's a goalie that has the same last name as me before it was butchered. And he actually he was the backup goalie for the Buffalo Sabres in the NHL.
Okay.
And so he actually has the correct spelling of my last name of how it was in Finland.
Okay.
I have no idea if we're related.
That'd be super
I haven't had the time to sit down and just research and call him up.
Yeah.
And be like, what's up, dude?
What's up, Lukonen?
Are you related to me? What's up? Do you know
Lukonen.
Aid? My boy Aid? No? Anyways. But it would be cool to be related to an NHL player.
For sure.
But anyways, yes. Butchered all the time. So from now on, I have a friend, Shifra. We gave her a power shout out for being an American citizen last episode. Her first name is Shifra, so it's Shiphrah.
Yeah.
So even at Chick-fil-A and
totally
other places,
like Starbucks or something.
She just says it's Shifra.
Shifra. Yeah.
Because she doesn't.
Don't try to make it complicated.
Yeah.
Stupid simple.
Yeah, and her last name is Cox, Cox. So it's dang, that's not too bad right there. You can get away with that one. But Chase, do people butcher Blanchard?
They do.
# butcher Blanchard.
Butchered Blanchard. you, yeah, exactly. You would actually be amazed at how many people butcher the name. And like we kind of talked about it beforehand. It's you don't really think it could be. I mean, it's pronounced the exact way it's spelled, Blanchard.
Yeah.
But so you go to restaurants, party of 2 for Blanchard. It's like, no, I mean, BLAN is not lowercase and CHARD is not uppercase. So
yeah.
Blanchard. Blanche, like you said, I've had people say Blanche. They just
cut off.
They just get ARD, just kind of like yours. They just kind of get lazy with it. Blanchard. What's another one? Blanchard.
Blanchard. Is that the most used?
No, Blanchard is Blanchard's probably one of the worst ones. Yeah, Blanchard is another one.
Have you ever gotten like Blanchard?
Yeah, I mean,
maybe a French descent.
Yeah, it just some of the weirdest things, but yeah, Blanchard and Blanchard, God bless her. My Spanish 1 teacher, that's what she called me. Blanchard, Blanchard. So that's it. Like you said, it's Blanchard.
I mean, and I'm glad that they
actually even butcher my first name more than anything. Chase. I don't know how in the world it happens, but I'll tell people. They say, "So what's your name?" And I'll say, "Chase," and they'll go, "Jason."
What?
That's 2 syllables.
Yeah.
Like I don't even understand. Or they're like, or if somebody says, if I'm in a room full of people and somebody says Chance, I'm gonna turn around. If people say Chance, it's like, no, it's Chase, not Chance, and I don't even know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just kind of funny because we were creating this podcast and create some of our social platforms, and I was spelling your last name, and that's how I kind of got this topic. I know that I can definitely see where your last name gets butchered.
Oh yeah.
And like you said, anybody around here probably struggles with some type of words.
Well, let's turn. I'm gonna try to make a turn on this and turn it into a motivation. I remember in 9th grade, I shot in the 30s on my first 9 holes of golf in high school, and they butchered my name per usual. But when they dropped that I shot the best score as the number 1 golfer, a 39 on 9 holes, which is like looking back on it now, like I can probably hit a 39 today, and I haven't been practicing.
Right.
But back then, that was like a monumental
that
move.
Was soaring.
That was a power move.
That was a power move back then.
9th grade, but they actually were awesome enough to announce it over the intercom, like to the whole school.
That's sweet.
And so even though my name was butchered, I was super proud. So don't let the name hold you back. You can be anybody. Don't let your name define you just because people can't say it. You just let people have their performance and it won't matter.
Exactly.
Boom.
Exactly.
So one thing I'm happy about is when I go to Sonic, they don't use a name. You push a button. You hit all the things.
Yeah.
I've been going to Sonic lately for breakfast. They've got actually some good options on there that I can kind of avoid on my acid-free diet.
Well, I know you definitely don't get the breakfast burrito then because it's just dripping in grease.
Are you talking about ultimate meat and cheese?
Yes.
Well, I mean
that's my favorite.
If you're gonna go hard there.
Go hard in the paint.
But it's there's a couple breakfast options. Something I can't have that I always want to have when I go there is that French vanilla iced coffee. Because when in the morning it's only $1.49 for a large.
Jeez.
Yeah. So, anyways. All that said is I'm glad they don't use names, but one thing we just want to beg of you, Sonic, is I feel like a total butthole when I'm there. I hit the button, I go through the process. I'm a man that does not carry cash. It's a sad thing.
You feel like a scum.
Yeah, and I want to give people a tip.
Yeah.
Even if it's just $1.
50 cents.
Even if, I just want to give a tip to the person bringing my food. And they're, as of right now...
Such a sensitive subject.
Here's the thing. I don't know if outside of Tennessee, maybe they have this magical Sonic in which you can do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But in our Sonics here in Tennessee...
It's definitely not that way.
I don't get the option to drop that tip on the card.
Mm-mm.
So, shout out to all the Sonics. Love ya. Love the food, love the drinks, love the service.
Love the exceptional service that you pretty much bring on a daily basis.
Love the happy hour deals y'all got. Love Sonic.
Power move.
Overall.
Yeah.
Sonic is a power move.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we don't want to feel bad when we go there because we do want to leave a tip.
We do.
Those people deserve that tip, and we're happy to give it to them if you would take it via card rather than cash.
Well, and I know
How do you feel, Chase?
I feel so strongly about this because, my fiance was a server, not at Sonic, but she was a server in college, and it helped her pay the bills through college. Yeah. And that might be the case for some of these Sonic people now is, it's paying the bills through college or high school or something. And, there's nothing better that we want to do is to give back to our community and help them do that. And, I've never been the guy to ever even complain, like at a restaurant, like if I get a steak that's slightly undercooked or slightly overcooked, I'm just not that guy. I'm not that guy to complain, because, who knows what that server's going through or the cook or anything. I just don't want to bring negativity into somebody's world. So if it's somewhat bearable, now if the dang thing comes out there and it's mooing, I'm gonna send it back.
If it's gonna kill you,
if it's gonna give me salmonella or the coronavirus or something like that, I'm gonna send it back. But
we need to get a medical professional on this show.
but with that being said, yes, we should be able to tip, and I've never been that guy to try to call corporate, but I'm almost to the point I want to try to get somebody corporate on the line, but you know that they've had that call a million times. I would hope for humanity they have.
It's okay. We'll do it anyways. Boom.
Do we want to do that on the next podcast?
So
put him on speaker.
I actually know our local manager, Jeff Streeter. I'll bring him in. He can
bring him in. He can be one of the guests on the show.
Boom.
That's
we'll
it.
Do it.
Now,
have you? Guests on the show.
Now,
Jeff
there's
Streeter.
two options. There's 3 options. You can pay with cash, and then you can pay with card, and you can pay with the app. I've never used the app.
Really?
I wonder if you can tip on the
Sonic
app. Yeah, I
Haven't
wonder if
tried
you
it.
can. I haven't. Now
that
I
sounds
know
like it could be a power move of the week.
I've talked to
next week. I'm gonna try to tip on the app.
Tip on the app. There you go. I've talked to people that have worked at Sonic in previous years, and I know the biggest dilemma that comes with tipping on a card is that the people are so in and out and sporadic that even though it may be Haley's turn to take out the next order, she might be still busy with getting sauces for car lane number 4, and Trevor's gonna do a power move, and he's gonna step up to the plate, and he's gonna take out Haley's order and his order.
Yeah.
So if you're in that bay and Trevor takes out Haley's order, then Trevor's gonna get that tip, and Haley never got it. Or no, I'm sorry. Haley's going to get that tip because it was loaded on the card and Trevor didn't get it.
Maybe, yeah.
So I know there's a lot of confusion versus a typical restaurant. Each individual server has a set section, of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tables or something.
Let's get Jeff on here and find out.
If we can put a man on the moon, we can have Sonic.
Jeff Streeter on this podcast.
We can give Sonic car hops tips. Come on, man.
This is the Sonic BOD, benefit of the doubt. We're throwing it out there. Love Sonic. No hacks on them at all.
The tots, the drinks, the Route 44s, the blast, everything about it.
Yeah. All in on that.
All in.
We can make that happen.
We could make it happen. That would be legit. Let's make that happen one day. For sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
shout out Streeter.
Shout out to your boy. So talking about making stuff happen, where does that happen on a daily basis? At the office, at the workplace, right?
Yeah.
Monday through Friday. Hell, if you're just a big baller, it's Monday through Monday. Or Monday through Sunday. 7 days a week.
That's that.
But
24 hours a day.
7, 24, 24/7. But, Dougie, so how I met you is through your wife, Abby, right? And when I met her at my previous real estate office, Crowlike in Spring Hill. Shout out to Crowlike for the opportunity to be an agent there. And shout out to the Abster for being a awesome office administrator.
Gotta shout out my wife, the Abster.
The Abster. So
can't wait for Spouse Pod.
Ooh, it's gonna be killer. Stick around for it. So, that's how I met, you through her and stuff. And man, I was the new kid on the block going to the office, but quickly we all settled in to become really good friends and really one big family at that office. And when you spend a lot of time at an office, you get a lot of things done, but sometimes in order to get a lot of things done and make stuff happen, sometimes you got to relax a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
Sometimes you got to cut loose a little bit, have a little fun.
When you're crunching those numbers, you've got your head on the screen for hours on end. You're trying to get the numbers to reconcile, or you're trying to make sure you pay taxes right. You're doing all that stuff. Sometimes it can get overwhelming, or it gets jumbled up, and you need to be like, well, I need to get this right. Let me step away, maybe work on something else, or ask some questions and
right.
come back to it.
Have
you
a little
get that mind reset.
little relief. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally no different from a timeout in a football game. It's just to kind of reset. So a good way to do that is office shenanigans.
Boom. Work shenanigans.
Work shenanigans, workplace. Now, for all intents and purposes, I'm self-employed, so I ain't got to worry about it. And I hope any stories that you may tell, you don't get fired or your boss. But they're past tense, so we ain't got to worry about it.
I will stay completely away from my current job, but I've got some.
There you go.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, so go ahead, let it out, man. What is some grade A fun times office shenanigans that you've enjoyed in the past?
Okay, so at work, I didn't always work in an office.
Right.
So to kick that off, that kind of throws a curveball in it. But actually, Step Brothers came out when I was working and doing dishes every day.
Awesome.
Well, we were joking in the back about the movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so there's one part...
like you're still in theaters, or like just...
Yeah, exactly. And Will Ferrell, they... broke up, him and John O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Like they broke up. They're trying to get jobs, and he goes to work for his brother. Will Ferrell goes to work for his brother, and he sits down. The guy's in front of him. He goes, dude, if you don't get this right, if you don't get the Catalina wine mixer right, I'm going to eat you up like Kobayashi. And then he like tears into something. He goes, ah! Well, dude, I was acting that scene out like while I'm doing dishes.
Attaboy.
And I picked up one of these metal pans, dude.
Oh
and I went, ah!
Did you actually eat it?
Broke off a piece of my tooth, dude.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the front tooth right here. And
how did you explain that to the dentist?
Oh, dude, I didn't.
You
They didn't ask.
Don't ask, don't tell.
But you know what's funny? So my brother worked with me at the same time. He saw me do it, and like I felt like my tooth like gone, and I didn't think it was that close to my face, but it was.
Yeah.
And so me, like I'm sometimes I can be kind of a pretty boy, but like I was upset.
Oh, I would be.
Right on my front grill.
Yeah.
I was a little torn up. Like I carried my little piece of my tooth with me, and I put a little baggie, and I went into the bathroom and
put on your pillow.
I looked in the mirror and saw, dude,
jeez,
a little piece of the tooth, the very front tooth is gone. Thank you for modern dentistry.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
my mouth is fixed, but dude, it was pretty tough for a second. But yeah, acting out Kobayashi, baby. Yeah, so since then, you would think that would make me stop acting that scene out.
But you haven't.
Nah, dude, didn't miss a step.
Yeah.
I could do it right now for sure. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Catalina wine, pow!
Pow! He's like, why are we doing that?
Welcome to the
Power Move Podcast.
Just getting that out. Power! Pow! So, Chase, dude, what's one of your shenanigans? Let's kick this back and forth.
Dude,
maybe we can
do
a shenanigan off.
Like just pow! Like just shooting them off.
Pow!
Dude, I've got so many, honestly. And I don't even really know where to begin.
That's amazing.
Especially in the Kroger days. Mm-hmm. You've heard me talk about that. Dude, at Kroger, I think at the best point, it was seriously probably 12 of my fellow classmates and some of my best friends all working together.
That's awesome.
So, dude, it was always shenanigans. And I will say, though, I mean, talking about it, we did goof around a lot. But, man, we were like an elite crew. We got stuff done.
That is awesome.
So, one of the shenanigans I remember is it was a weeknight. So, it was like 9:30, 10 o'clock on a weeknight, right? Like a random Tuesday, Wednesday. And one of my buddies is working in produce. And he's just, at the end of the night, you're just kind of sorting through everything that's bad, and cleaning everything, making sure all the rotten stuff is out and, getting geared down. Well, I hear my buddy, Sean, he yells from across, like you can hear him over there because nobody's in the store. Nobody's in the store. I'm on the cash register as a cashier, obviously not doing anything because there's nobody checking out. And I hear him go, "Oh man, this thing is rotten, Dad! Oh!" And I'm like, I screamed out, I'm like, "Oh, is it rotten, dude?" And he said, "Yeah, check it out." And without a moment's hesitation, like I'm talking, this cat is seriously like 60 yards away from me. Like I'm on register 7, which is like the beginning near the self checkout, and he's all the way on the other end by the produce. Dude, without a moment's hesitation, he rears back like freaking Joe Montana and chugs this potato across the entire.
Oh, potato, beautiful.
He just chugs the rotten potato all the way across the way, and it falls short and buzzed everywhere on the floor.
Oh my gosh!
So I cleaned it up, but it's just one of those. It's those type of things that just happen so randomly. And I could just rapid fire.
I'll rapid fire one back.
Rapid fire one back.
We're going back and forth.
Do it, baby.
It's a shenanigan off.
Shenanigan off.
Sounds like a Russian super fighter.
Do it.
Shenanigan off. So
it's the off at the end.
It is. It's a little off at the end. So yeah, my story. I've got another shenanigan. In our office between me and my buddy Dan, and we were letting anybody else get into it, is we were going to do like a college lunch challenge, which meant we're going to eat ramen every single day for lunch.
Wow.
Every single day.
For how long?
One bowl of ramen, as long as people could last.
Oh, like see who could be the last one to do it?
And whoever taps out first or doesn't eat ramen first loses. So like Dan and I planned it out. Trophy, everything.
Attaboy.
Whole deal.
Strong.
Well, only me and Dan were participating in it. And then on the third day, our buddy Josh wanted to get in on it. So we said, "Well, Josh, we're on our third bowl. Why don't you eat 3 bowls and then you can be in the competition, son?" He did it.
Dude, I used to eat 2 at a time all the time.
So this is a
3 would be
terrible
ungodly.
confession right here. Terrible confession. I do feel bad about this, but you can only mess with your friends so much. So, first 2 bowls, he made them himself. He was fine. He put in the amount of chicken or beef seasoning that he wanted. He lets me make the third one. Well, he was like, "Doug, can you lighten up on the packets a little bit?" Because the sodium level, I mean, I don't know, maybe 3,000 milligrams of sodium. And so
he's a gallon of water.
He did. He was like...
He's like a straight cacti in the desert at that point.
He goes, "Can you lighten up? Like, can you make this one for me before I finish this second one? And just like ease up off the seasonings." So I put beef and chicken in there. So I doubled up. Now I probably should have thought about this, but hey, it is what it is. I was young. So we get it out there. He eats the third bowl, dude. By about 2 p.m., he is bloodshot red. And it is not looking good for our boy Josh. But okay, we keep going though. He made it. Well, he ends up taking that Friday off.
Yeah.
So he took that day off, but he was working from home. So he's technically clocked in. So he wasn't where we could see him, right?
Right.
But he's working.
Right.
So I had a dentist appointment that day too. But at 10:30, I had to be at my dentist appointment by 11:30. I ate my bowl of ramen for lunch, and then I went to the dentist.
Strong.
Dan, he ate his ramen. Mr. Josh worked from home, and he did not have ramen for lunch. And so Josh lost, and Dan and Douglas won. And the first person who loses has to pay everybody else's lunch. And so...
Of your choosing?
Oh, of wherever Dan and I wanted, yes.
Right. Where'd you go?
The pub, I think, down in the Gulch. Yeah.
The pub?
It's a good little place. But yeah, we ordered a trophy because he was really mad because he didn't think it was fair because he decided to not have lunch that day. And I said, "No, you got to have ramen for lunch." He didn't have ramen at all the entire day. And I was like, "Dude, you totally broke it." And so
I could easily do that.
One of our coworkers knew about the challenge. And like he came in, we invited everybody into my office, and we did a ceremony to give me and Dan the trophy. It's in my office at work right now. And they were like, the champion of the ramen competition, Dan and Doug. Woo! Ooh, Josh, you lost.
Loser.
You're gonna be purchasing lunch for the winners because you're a loser.
Dude, you should have went to like
It was so good.
Stony River or something like that, or like
It was
J.
beautiful.
Alexander's.
It was beautiful.
Should have really stuck it to him.
Honestly, like, I felt a little bad because
you made
the three. I went trips on him.
the beef and the chicken.
And he ate three. Who eats 3 bowls of ramen back to back to back?
Dude, that's
and then
hardcore.
goes double seasoning on the third
I've eaten 2,
one.
and it's like
It was a trooper move.
Oh.
I gotta say, he really wanted to be in that competition because he could have quit at any time.
Right.
But anyways,
That's awesome.
throwing it back to you, shenanigan number 2.
Shenanigan
For
number 2.
Chaze.
So, me and Abster at Crylike had a lot of shenanigans. We did a lot of things and had a lot of fun. But one of our classic signatures was office Nerf gun wars. So much to the point where we did it like once or twice. We had a Nerf war, and it eventually got to the point that she bought us both guns, and we literally had like individual like our own guns in our desk.
So cool.
Toy guns, Nerf guns, but guns in our desk.
Yes.
And so I honestly would just at any random point would be typing on a document or working on, some marketing stuff. And at any random point, I might catch a bullet straight to the eye when she just runs around the corner. She tiptoes up, and she's just like, bang! And then it's like, boom, it's war started. I mean, it's like, I got to reach down quickly. I got to load. I got to and everything. And then it's game on from there. We're like running in and outside. Like if somebody was passing by, they were liable to see me and Abby like just darting across the parking lot, trying to avoid one another.
That is
And
awesome.
then it got to the point where other agents started chiming in. They would bring in some guns sometimes. So
Really?
yeah, it was always a good time. I always seemed to always catch one straight to the forehead or the eyeball. Not even joking. But the worst part about that was always, Nerf guns are so fun, but the worst part is always trying to find the bullets.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
It's the worst part.
It is tough.
But that was Nerf gun wars for the win, man. Miss those times.
Dude, I'm gonna throw it back. I'm gonna stick to this topic. Let's stick to
Do
Nerf
it.
guns
Do it.
on the third shenanigan.
Do
Here
it.
we go. Third shenanigan. This was unintentional. It was Boss's Day.
Mm-hmm.
So excited, right? I actually never know when it's Boss's Day.
Right.
I never do, and it just when people surprise me, it's the cutest, most amazing thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me feel appreciated, and I hope that I've done a good job to earn whatever they
Quote unquote earn whatever they give you.
Right. Well, my admin assistant bought me a Nerf gun. And that was like huge mistake. Nobody should have done that. Because
Putting caps in
now it's there and nobody else has one.
Nobody's safe.
Nobody's
I know,
safe.
at least there was 2 guns in the area.
I know people could defend themselves.
Someone could retaliate. Yeah.
And like I'm kind of a jokester sometimes.
Yeah.
So I try to make work fun, because if you think work is fun, I mean, you're gonna want to keep coming back.
Yeah.
If you like, you're working good with your teammates. But yeah, bought me a Nerf gun, dude. It was like open season, and then I'd apologize immediately after every time I hit somebody with a dart.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Not as much depth in that, because it wasn't a war. It was like these poor victims,
Mm-hmm.
I only did it for that 1 or 2 days, and then I was like, okay, Doug, nobody else is bringing their Nerf guns. Maybe we did like try to, take a little break during the day and try to shoot something off, like a target, and I let other people shoot it, kind of even it out. That was about it.
That's awesome.
Yep. I'll toss it back to you.
This is man, I really have so many I could think of.
Me too.
This is kind of a low key shenanigan, but we would have the clock out system at Kroger. Was a little thing on the side of the wall. You did a little thumbprint scan.
Ooh, biometrics, man.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And then there was like a little, like just a little. It was the area leading into the tech room, which of course was locked by key and stuff like that. couldn't have no dust in there. I mean, the computer server room. It's like a little hallway that wasn't even probably 5 foot long that led to that, and then it was the end of the hallway, right? And we would always like hide behind there because it was right behind customer service. We just like didn't want to be seen by customers. And sometimes if it was super late, and I mean like super late, super dead, like haven't had a customer in 30 minutes, I would usually put like not the full shopping cart, but like the mini ones like that are just like 2 racks tall and stuff. I would put one back there, and I would literally go sit in it, and I would put a bell on my register. And like I would sit in the cart in that little hallway and rest my head against the wall and take a nap until somebody would come.
Savage.
I mean, I was a savage. I didn't care. I was in high school.
I did a lot of singing at Domino's.
And
we because I was mopping and doing dishes, so I just sang. Sing "Let's Get It On." That was like one of the favorite songs.
Let's get it on.
Oh yeah, Marvin Gaye. And not your song of the week.
No, definitely not your song of the week.
Great song.
But
Great song.
Honorable mention.
Classic. So, and that has nothing to do with my shenanigan. I just wanted it known, that we would sing. Because we're closed and we're cleaning up the place. So we'd all sing. But I remember one time, it was like kind of stressful. And my buddy Calvin, he was sorting out the dough to make pizzas. And we had a lot of pizzas on the board. And he looked really, really frustrated. And I wanted to, like, bring some light. We're in a job. Nobody's chest is broken open, over in the other room. We're not doing heart surgery. We're not saving lives over here. So, like, if people freak out, like, I just, it's like, hey, calm down. We're just serving pizzas. Let's just do the best we can. And that's all we can do. Well, he goes, Doug, I need some dough, man. And so I run to the walk-in cooler. I bring him back one dough to make one pizza. He goes, no, man, I need a whole tray. So I bring back an empty tray. I'm like, here you go, dude. He goes, no, Doug, I need a tray of dough. And I said, dude, you got to be specific. I need you to be specific, man. So I wanted to keep carrying it on.
That would have been great.
But I brought him like a whole tray of dough, and we worked it out. But
Calvin,
Calvin, big shout out to Calvin. Calvin and Jonathan Hancock, those are my brothers. We call them, I'm White Lightning, they're Brother Darkness. And we used to hang out and party back in the day. And we had we used to ride around in the drinking Lincoln because it drank so much gas.
The lead sled.
1990 Lincoln Town Car, baby. That's what I was driving.
I've called them the lead sleds because they're so heavy.
A lot of bodies you can fit in that trunk, dude. You can fit so much stuff in that trunk. Like, I'm just saying.
We don't condone that on
No,
the
we don't.
podcast.
No, murder is bad.
Yeah.
Storing bodies is also bad.
Yeah, we don't condone that.
We're just...
Podcast.
I meant to
Shenanigans.
say...
It's shenanigans.
There's so much space in the trunk, and it's a good purchase.
Yeah.
If you need a roomy vehicle.
Yep.
So...
Absolutely.
Boom.
So another Kroger shenanigan, and this was really fun.
Roger,
when you worked in produce... it was a shame. It honestly is a shame, and I don't want to say this and get sued by a corporation. So let's just say, for example, I worked at Troger, not Kroger, on this story. So
kind of already did like 3 shenanigans.
Nah, it is what it is. But so Kroger, I mean, they're a food store, and they have to abide by rules that are set by FDA and stuff like that.
Yep.
So one of the crappy rules is when you fresh cut produce, it's only good for so long. Shelf life, right?
Yes,
I mean, but it's perfectly fine, like, past the shelf life, but they have to go by what they have to go by. And so your fresh cut fruit, if it's not gone by the end of the day, I mean, they throw it away, and it's perfectly good stuff. Some of the stuff has only been out for 5 hours, but if it's past 10 o'clock, it's done.
It's done ski.
So you have to go throw it away. You have to go dispose of it. So I love fruit. So like strawberries, blueberries, bananas, kiwi, all that good stuff. And there would be all these fresh cut bowls, and we'd have to go throw them away. So there's a way you'd go do it. Obviously, you go back and you scan each and every, you store expense amount, like, hey, expired, beep, and throw it away. Well, the huge trash thing was literally like this huge, like 4x4 square gate on the side of the back wall back there in receiving. And so sometimes, of course, as a produce, depending on the timing when you did that, you would sometimes obviously link up with meat department back there throwing away stuff, your grocery department, dairy department.
Everybody throwing stuff away.
Everybody just throwing stuff away, right? It's the main dumpster. And so we sometimes, depending on the timing, we'd all get back there. It was around that 10 o'clock time frame. Same thing with meat. Some meat would expire, and then have to get rid of it. With dairy, everything. Yeah. So we'd kind of all congregate back there sometimes, and we used to like do full on like baseball reenactment pitching with our stuff. As we would open up the gate door, and we would stand back about 10 to 15 feet. Like I would have these huge bowls of strawberries, and they would literally like be two announcers on the side, and they're like, at the top of the ninth, the Atlanta Braves are leading.
Blanchard, the closer.
He's looking for the fastball, but we know that we got to watch out for the knuckle. Woo! Watch out for the knuckle, boys and girls. And so like there would always be like there'd sometimes even be a catcher, like a batter, and everything, and you would just take like whatever you had to throw away and just chug it at the door. Beautiful. As hard as you could. And hey, sometimes you missed and fruit would go everywhere, but you just cleaned it up. No you just cleaned it up. So that was always super fun. We would turn it into baseball, sometimes even basketball. We'd try to shoot Kobe shots with it. Dude, if you could angle it good enough. Shout out to the man. R.I.P. to legend,
R.I.P. 24.
But that's if you could angle it good enough, you could just right up in there.
Leave that hand out.
Yeah.
The arc, just like I know I got this.
So that was always fun. Is throwing away stuff. Sometimes we'd make a full on just actual like sporting event out of it. I'm talking full on announcers and everything. It was great, and we'd waste about 30 minutes doing that.
Similar.
When it should have took 15.
Similar. I had a job. So this is office shenanigan. This place actually allowed us to, if we needed to get away from the numbers, they had a foosball table out in the lunch area.
That's awesome.
So we would have full-on foosball tournaments, and I think we'll have a special guest on the show in the future that participated in those foosball tournaments. But dude,
sick.
I was the statistic guy on doing the foosball. Like, I would keep track of like goals by player and like wins and losses, win percentage. It looked like a full on like team standings. The name of our team was Dougie Fresh and the Funky Bunch. And so we would go out there, dude. We'd play full on tournaments, and I think we ended up losing in the championship, which was sad. But we had a major comeback game in the semifinals to make it to the finals against my current boss at that time, and it was so glorious. But dude, having it exposed me to foosball. I wasn't that much into it.
I love
dude,
foosball.
The competitiveness of it was so amazing. I was just drawn to it, and we started getting real good, dude. It was just so much fun. And I had a shot. This is sad. Maybe it's not sad. So, like, I started yelling things in the middle of the game, right? Because I get excited, right? Especially
of course.
Competing.
Of course.
Dude, I had a shot called the Baby Maker. And I'd fire it off the corner of one of the players' feet off the edge, but I'd be, like, real close to the edge. So I'd put this wicked spin and make it go real fast. And every time I'd be like, Baby Maker, bam!
Bam!
Dude, it was effective.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So many
shenanigans. Off of shenanigans, man. I could go into so many more, but I guess I'll leave it one last one. Throwing it back to the Appster, the Cry Like days. We used to just have at random dance competitions, dance offs. Yeah, dude. I mean, you just to break up the monotony and stuff. I mean, you'd find your favorite jam on your phone, and you just would pop around the corner and just press play and just start flailing around and whatever you wanted to do, twerking. I mean, whatever you wanted to do, and just because it just lights up somebody's day, makes them laugh. Because I mean, just as well as I do in the world of business, or especially, I mean, you're in the world of business technically. There's a lot of good days, but there's also a lot of bad times, a lot of struggles, and a lot of stress. Things don't go like you're supposed to, and to get you back on your high horse and bring those spirits up, nothing like a little Bruno Mars jamming and just start breaking it down, for a good solid 10 minutes, recover well, and get back to it.
Yeah, I agree, dude. You got to break that monotony. You got to add some flair sometimes, especially during hard times or monotonous times. Hopefully things are staying busy, but I mean, if you need to get away and you need to gain, it's better to do team building than no building.
No doubt.
And if you're building your team and when you guys find hard times, that's when you really find out, okay,
who you are,
who's going to go to bat, like who's going to help each other out, who's going to, when the rubber meets the road and things get tough, where are we going to be at?
Yep.
And when you have like that strong teamwork bond with everybody, man, there's nothing you guys can't do. There's nothing a team can't do. And that's important to hold on to. And don't be like over serious about it.
Right.
Because you can be too serious and it could end up putting a wall between you and the rest of your staff by being so serious all of the time.
Right.
In some industries, that's okay. Like that is completely okay.
Yeah.
But in when you have to work as a team and share documents and work together and all that, I think it's important to communicate, and that sometimes the shenanigans help that.
They're the best part about it, man. Best part about it. Well, man, it's been a good time on the podcast, hasn't it? I mean, we've
loved it.
Butchered some names. Sonic. I mean, you can roll out the tip button at any time. We ain't going to be mad. We're not going to be mad about it.
Drop some comments down there. We want to know, what shenanigans did y'all do?
What shenanigans have y'all done? And do you have any ideas now after listening to us?
Oof.
Just full disclaimer, do not get fired. Listen to any of these things.
Be careful with emails.
Yes.
All that good stuff.
Do not click reply all. Send all.
It'll get you.
Yep. So thank you guys for listening to EP3. Right? EP3 of the Power Move Podcast.
See y'all later.
See you later. Deuces. Bow, bow, bow.
Pow.